people, welcome back to another video. We are going to talk about your value today. Now, it is May, and it is almost halfway through the year, which is freaking insane. But at this point, hopefully we were hitting some of those goals that we were talking back in January of 2022. So at this point, it has almost hit 6 months, and I really want you to sit down and assess, like, how are things going? Like, and that means in your work, like, area, in your professional setting, and your relationships, things like that. Assess the value of the person that they are giving to you, but also to your value to them. Because honestly, people get complacent. People get comfortable, and when people get comfortable, they tend to neglect or they don't do the things that they were once doing. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. All right, so when you are actually assessing or demanding, your value, and for people to recognize your value, honestly, it can show up in many different forms. So first things first, if you hadn't even thought about it, just think about recently, have you felt like a sudden feeling of sadness? Because definitely that's one of them. When we are connected to something, we kind of feel like sad, like, man, like this is just not where I thought I was going to be, or this person is not giving me what I thought they were going to give, or I feel, you can put it back on yourself, like sadness, like, am I doing enough? When you are busting your tail, you are busting it, but you just feel this sense of sadness. So if you feel like sudden sadness, that might be a sign that you are being undervalued at the moment. But there's also, on the flip side, the sudden feelings of anger, where it's just kind of like, you know what? I'm kind of sick of all these people asking me to do all this stuff and ain't nobody thinking about me. So you could have the sadness, the little, or you could have like that fiery anger where it's like, yo, like no one's thinking about me. Nobody's asking any questions. People just expecting me to do. And it's just like, at the end of the day, whatever I'm doing, it's kind of like, I want you to acknowledge that I'm not just doing this for my health, so especially in the workforce, for real, or really just in relationships, it's really for both. But if you feel sudden anger, you may be feeling undervalued. All right, guys, so I did talk about anger, but also too, if you are feeling unacknowledged, I kind of touched on it before. If you are feeling like people are not noticing what you're doing, that can honestly be another sign of people not recognizing your value. And once again, that for unacknowledgement, it could possibly be where, no, it's not that they're saying like that you're not doing it at all, or they're intentionally just like not looking at it, but it almost becomes second nature, like that's what you do, that's who you are. But that does not mean that you do not deserve to be acknowledged about it. You want to be acknowledged. So if you are feeling unacknowledged, that's probably a sign that you do not feel like people are valuing you in the way that you should be valued. Now, also too, deserving of, and that could kind of go almost in the same as unacknowledgement, but deserving of is you actually recognize your value and you're saying like, nah, I need more, bro. Where that? Because you need to give me more. So if you're feeling sudden signs of like, I deserve more because I actually put in the work, I bring something to the table, that's okay too. So those are like 4 feelings that if you were feeling those things, you are possibly undervalued. All right, so now we have literally sat down and we thought about, okay, the sudden feelings we've been having lately, do they align with you feeling undervalued? But now also too, I want you to think about, why do you feel those particular feelings? Almost like a pros and cons list, to be honest, or like a for something and then against something. Because you need to figure out if what you are feeling, what you are thinking based on actions are valid. But the point is, I want you to literally sit down and think about the actions of other people around you, how they showed you, what they've shown you, and are your feelings valid? Like, do your feelings line up with the person's actions and how they were towards you? Because you need to figure out, is this person truly like undervaluing you, or are they just once again complacent and not thinking about it? So you need to think about just the actions overall, are they truly not seeing your value? Okay, this is like a big one, but not just when you sit down and think about people's actions, if they are valuing you, but I need you to think about, have you actually put your foot forward to show that, hey, I'm feeling undervalued? Does that make sense? Like, you know, when people are saying, oh, well, that person said this and it really annoys me, and they keep saying it. But like, did you tell them or show them that you were annoyed? Did you put any indicators or cues out there that it's like, this is not acceptable, I'm not really feeling that? Like, if every single time you come to office, everybody asking for you to cover for them, and you always covering for them, but then when it's your turn to cover, don't nobody want to cover for you. So, of course, time rolls around again. People are asking you to cover for them, and you can easily say, no, I got plans, and besides, I have not found anyone to cover my next shift or my next time that I have to work. So, no, I'm really not taking nobody else's shifts right now. That's simple. Clearly, you are showing and putting in a boundary that I'm not going to give myself when there's no one that's giving in return to me, because y'all see my value only when it benefits you. Y'all not helping me or giving me anything in return when I got value. Am I making sense? But the point is, I want you to sit down and really think about, have you shown or expressed that, you know, I'm feeling undervalued, and then they're still doing the same action. See, if they still doing the same action, then odds are they don't care enough, or they're about to call you bluff, which is when you really got to sit down and think about, you know what, maybe this relationship, maybe this job, whatever it is, isn't for me. Does that mean at that moment, like, you have to cut it off? Everybody's situation is different, so, I mean, you kind of move how you move and think about, okay, can I cut it off at this moment, or do I have to wait a while? But in the meantime, you have the right to assess your value and determine what is the price that other people have to pay around you. Now, if they're willing to pay it, that's different. But you have the right to set your price. You have the right to appraise yourself, appraise your relationships, appraise your workplace, appraise whatever it is. You have the right to do so. So, yeah. All right, guys. So at this point, we're at the end of the video. I hope some of those tips or those thoughts really helped you out for you to be able to assess your value. And if it comes to the time where you have to cut someone off, but it's really like scary for you because this is a person that you were close to or a job that you've been at for 20 years, it's okay. It's okay to move forward. It's okay to take a leap of faith. I did a video about it a couple of weeks ago, so check that out if you are nervous or you just don't know what to do. You need that extra encouragement, but it's okay. We all move forward and we all move on, okay? So if you need to take that leap of faith because your value is no longer considered, it is what it is. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check out my channel for some more encouraging videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.